Oh, guys, my goddamn mic is all kinds of screwed up. It's going to sound horrible this episode. I'm pretty sure it's Skype is messing things up. I can't do anything more than apologize. It's not that bad, but yeah, the problems continue. Oh, that was close. I almost really botched some stuff up. Hello, maybe, guys. Why did I save this file as test complete? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I think it's the right file, though. We're here. We got the scythe. We have the 2 rage potions, so it's not the test file. So I think we're okay. Hope you guys are all doing good. Hello, welcome to another video. At the start of the last episode, I edited in a clip from Grimrock 1. It's been something I kind of wanted to avoid doing. I don't know, I mentioned it a lot early on in the series, and I didn't want it to seem like, I don't know, I was trying to shill the old LP, so I did sort of tell myself, don't do any clips from the first game. If people want to watch it, then they want to watch it. But someone pointed out in the comments that really interesting note from Turum in the previous game. So for those who never saw or played the previous game, okay, we were in a giant mountain called Mount Grimrock, where prisoners would be thrown, I guess, just to make a play for their lives, and everyone that ever went in there descended through this huge mountain, this massive dungeon, and ultimately would die. And there was a prisoner who went down before us called Turum, and he left us all these really helpful notes throughout the course of the game, and ultimately we found out that he perished. But he had that message where he said, he was talking about the crystals of life, the crystals we've been using to come back to life, and he said that these looked a lot like the crystals he saw in the temples of Nex, but those were all dead and lifeless. Now, that's really weird, guys. If you think about it, that means, A, he's been here to the Isle of Nex, okay? This was a person who came to the Isle of Nex and wasn't trapped here like these other civilizations, like we seem to be, actually left at some point. And further, while he was here, all the crystals were, like, dead of life. Does that mean that this happened a long time ago? Like, there's a huge gap between Grimrock 1 and 2, or at least when Turum was in Mount Grimrock? Or does it mean it happened after the events of this game? It's curious, right? It's really weird, but of course we're here. And the temples of Nex, I mean, maybe he means the shrines? I don't know. It's kind of curious, isn't it? Anyway, let's actually make some progress here. I've got a lot of plans for today. We're going to do the third and final area, which, let me just get my bearings. It's not that one. It's this one here, which is the mausoleum. Why is it called the mausoleum? I have no idea. You might expect there to be a secret in here also, as we've had a secret in the other two. There's no secrets here at all, as far as I'm aware, so this is one of those little bits of, you know, non-symmetry, I guess, to try and throw you off. We're going to eventually, like, come out of a fake wall here, and we'll be right out at the exit. This one isn't too long, but we do see a familiar face. Look over there! Look! I love the way they give us, like, this little sign, this little inkling that he's there. Yes, my friends, that is the trickster. We are going to prove to him that now we are a little bit more badass than he'd expect. We're going to stealthily run up to him and attack him. Now, what you'll notice, if you look really closely, I'll zoom in a little bit, I guess, you'll see he's actually stood on a pressure pad. And when he walks off of that pressure pad, we find that it is a trap. On my first ever playthrough, when I came in here, I wasn't sure if he was going to attack me or not, because he was just stood there. So I was like, hello, and then he just started throwing bombs at me, and it was all very nasty and horrible. So what we're going to try and do is deal with him as quickly as possible. So we're going to stealth. And then we're going to charge up Bane here. And we're going to... Oh, no, we missed. Oh, no, that's really bad. That's really bad. Okay, and he's throwing his bombs. Die. Okay, he's already left. Okay, good. And now we're going to run off this way. Unfortunately, because you can't keep weight on that pressure pad. As far as I'm aware, you can't anyway. Because you can't keep weight on that pressure pad, basically, the enemies are always going to get released. I love the idea of you being able to, like, drop something at his feet on the pressure pad before he moves off of it. But I don't know, maybe it's another one of those cheeky pressure pads that actually won't take weight from anything other than a person. I don't know. Anyway, we took huge damage there. When he steps off of that, it releases 4 groups of enemies into the room. They're actually quite dangerous too. You might just see that these guys are skeletons and be like, oh yeah, you know, they're just normal. But what you might not have noticed is a lot of these guys have been getting a lot more deadly, a lot more accurate, doing more damage, taking more of a beating before they finally go down. Oh my god, hello. And so we've got some more here. My little strategy, I've done this room a few times, just because I died the first time I went in, because I was seeing if the trickster would actually attack me, and then different, you know, tactics. Because I've done it a few times, I have definitely settled on the fact that if you run through and come into this area, then you're going to be much better off. Wow, how the hell, Jonker, did you die? It's okay. I mean, really, potions of resurrection do not really, there's not much skin off of my bones. Oh my god, okay, here we go. Drink, please, because he's coming. But yeah, that kind of sucks. Alright, here we go. do for more. A lot of people keep telling me the very end of the game, or at least a specific thing at the end of the game, is really, really tough. So I'm starting to worry whether I've been using too many of these crystals or not. I guess we'll see when we get there. But yeah, if you try and back up, if you kill the trickster, or you get the trickster to move off the platform and you get all these enemies released, if you try and go back to where you originally came from, you can be in trouble because some enemies release back there too, which is what we're about to go deal with in a second. There you go, you can drink that salmon. I get it, you're hungry, whatever. We should be okay. Maybe that's why they're taking a bit longer, because he's hungry. I don't know. I really should figure out like exactly what some of these mechanics are. Here we go. We'll drop that down. So it looks like items do weigh this down. So I wonder if there is a really quick way you could do it, like a really speedrunny method of getting through this room. It'll be kind of cool when people start speedrunning Grimrock too. That'll be really, really interesting. Okay, so we'll feed Shannon. There's some weird like mechanic stuff that I found out the other day. Our last fish. Hope you enjoy that, my friend. Like about the fact that in Grimrock 1, if a party member was dead when an enemy died, they'd get no experience, and that's true in this game too. But there's something about the fact that if in this game, if you don't actually attack the enemy and they die, you only get half experience. It's not full experience, you only get half, and that's kind of interesting. But yeah, see, one of the fly eye guys and a skeleton comes out of this little chamber here, which is going to block you in, so it's best to just press deeper in than try and pull out. That's what she said. Okay, so we're going to move on. And this is really bizarre. Again, I'm not sure how much I really like what they're doing here. Actually, hold on. There's a blood drop cap in this one, and I think there's another pickup in one of them as well. One of these little side chambers. This one over here? No? Hello? Apparently not. Oh, no, unless it was this one. Yes, okay, 2 bombs. Thank God. Okay, oh, is someone still here? What was that? Oh, was that our stealth running out or something? I don't know, that was a weird sound effect. Yeah, so this room, I don't really know what to say. It's a weird kind of puzzle. We're all familiar now. We've been playing Grimrock. We've been watching Grimrock long enough to know sort of the kind of things that the game expects from you. And now it just sort of throws us in this room with a locked door and just a lot of really weird, bizarre stuff going on, right? What does any of this mean? And a pressure pad. Now, basically, the idea of this puzzle is there's like 3 things you've got to figure out that are happening based purely on what you can see, like really subtle little things. So what can we see? We see these weird barriers flashing around all over the place. We see a room in there. We see a teleporter in the room under here, as you can see there. And what else do we see? We see a pressure pad that doesn't seem to do anything. And over there we see some weird flashing. Well, the first thing you want to notice is down here, really subtly. Can you see that on the floor down there? There's actually a pressure pad. So if you try and weigh that down by dropping something through the bars just when there's no barrier, it will open this gate here, which now allows us to go into the room with the correct timing, as you can see here. So we fall in the room, but then you realize again, oh, there's nothing really going on. We get a couple of crossbow quarrels, which is cool, and we can reclaim this one here, and I guess weigh it down with... I'm happy to start using ingredients now, to be honest. What is my least desired ingredient here? Falcon Sky, I guess, since we've got so many. So there we go. And then there's just this teleporter, which takes you back out. So now you've got to do the same thing. You've got to wonder, okay, what exactly is going on? What does this pressure pad here even do? And well, if you look far over, directly across from us right now, you'll see there is a platform over there with a pressure pad on it, but the barrier that is on, shielding it never goes away. It's not one of these rotating, alternating ones. It will never go away. However, if we tread on this pressure pad, it does go away, but only for a second. And so you make all these tiny little observations, and it becomes clear that the way we deal with this is we stand on this, try and remove both at once, and fire something across over there to get weight on that pressure pad. And the way I ended up doing it was like this. Go, go, go. Okay, no, that time was pretty poor. I just waited for the blue one to appear there before stepping on the pad. So like this, and then fire. Oh man, how didn't that work? Come on, try again. There we go, and we managed to get it. Sorry about the silence there, I really had to focus. And so now you might be concerned, oh, what about all the corals that I've been firing across? I guess some have fallen down again, actually. I didn't really think about that. I must have lost some on my test file, because I definitely never came down and reclaimed them. But that other one, now that this gate is open, we can come around here, and on the right, we will find, quite comfortably, here they are. Oh, no, 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 what? So how do we recover those? What? This is impossible. That's really curious to me. Do we fire back across? What? How is that supposed to work? Because it only disables for a little while. Is that impossible to get back? Surely not. Grimrock doesn't function like that. Maybe there's a button somewhere that just turns everything off in the room, except the teleporter in case you were to fall down. Man, what the hell? I guess I never really considered it before, but yeah, I guess you can't reclaim that coral. If anyone's got any ideas, I have explained everything I know about the room. If anyone's got any ideas, let me know, or maybe there's a secret button and we can reclaim that later. And then lastly, before we get our skull key for this one, we get this very cool looking room. And over here you'll see that we've got a bunch of barriers. And in the distance is a chest. Now you might think, oh, this is going to be a secret. It's not. On the left here, if you look close enough, you can actually see there's a hallway hanging off in that direction. So our goal is to remove these barriers. Well, how do we do that? Well, by coming over here in the start of the room, there's a button. And when we press the button, it does two things. Number one, it turns off all the barriers. And number two, it starts firing these mini little projectiles all across. Should we get hit by one of these projectiles? Oh, the first one doesn't do anything, apparently. That's weird. Okay. No, it does. There you go. Should we get hit by one of the projectiles, the barrier on the far side will appear. It will manifest. I guess that's just view distance issue that we've got there. So we need to get across the whole room, Matrix style, dodging everything. This is the most platformy Grimrock we'll ever get. The first one's really easy and you're in a safe spot, but now we've actually got three we've got to pass all at once. And because they all have different, like, lengths that they have to travel across, they're all at different tempos. So this was the way I did it before. Sugar. Okay, damn it. I got hit by that last one. So if you get through and only get hit by the last one, you can just go down the hallway and proceed. But if you want the chest, you have to get through the whole room completely unscathed. And this may take me a while. It took me a while on my original attempts too. Here we go. So we go through like this. And then I like to wait for this one. This one has a really long course, the one directly in front of us. I like to wait for it to go off on the left here. And then like this. And I shouldn't have rushed that, damn it. Okay, and that's basically the way that I do it. But it may take me a while. There may be some cutting. Because, as I say, there's quite a lot I want to do today. So we go. Come on, here we go. We can do it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yes. Oh my god. Much better. Much smoother. And so now that we're here, we can use our lockpick. There's no secrets in that room, by the way. You might think if you chase some of them into their little cubby holes, there's stuff going on. There's not. We get this. Tikrit still has some cheese. He's feasted on nothing but cheese recently. Have you noticed that? And we actually get a really cool item here. I told you guys last episode that Jonka was going to start getting some cool gear. This is when it's going to happen. Now, this clearly doesn't look like what you would usually put your heavy armor dude in, right? The Diviner's Cloak. Energy regeneration rate plus 20%. A fine cloak woven with fibers that resonate with the faint arcane energies of the surrounding nature. It's weird. I feel like faint is spelled wrong there, but it's totally not. And so we kind of get a choice. Who do we think wants most energy? And Sanan is the immediate option, right? You think, okay, Sanan. This just gives him flat energy, and I actually think the regeneration is probably a lot stronger. On my previous file, I put that thing, where is it? I put it on Jonka because I wanted to be able to use Devastate more frequently. But actually, now that I look at it here, I think this is better. And hey, he gets a little bit of evasion back, I suppose. He's now up to -12. Brilliant. And that Shaman's Cloak he's had on for a long time. So there you go. He now gets the Diviner's Cloak. With the Archmage's stuff, he's going to start looking pretty cool eventually. But there you go. That's how that chest works. So we make a little bit of progress. We wind our way around here. That's really creepy, the lighting there. I don't know. Maybe it's because I watched a very specific movie recently where it was like a horror movie and the villain looked a little bit like that. But here we go. That hallway down there leads us out. And on the left, we get the third and final skull key. And on the right, we get the Knuckles of Steel. And these are what Jonka's going to equip. These gauntlets seem to enhance and strengthen every movement of your hands. And as you can see here, they give you protection +5, which is okay. It's not as good as the plate gauntlets, which are on +12. But it also gives us strength and dex. Now, the dex is nice because it's going to make him slightly more accurate, as far as I'm aware. His accuracy apparently is terrible, and it doesn't even show. What? Oh, that's his left hand, my mistake. Alright, so his accuracy is currently 18%, and then if we equip this, and then we go back to his stats, it goes up to 22, so this is very helpful. And of course, more strength for him. This would be like, I guess, the direct upgrade to the Bear Claw gauntlets we got a long time ago. But yeah, so there you go. That's our third skull key. Let's head back. Pull this lever. The door will open, as I said, and what's really cool here is... this originally was where the monsters came out of. Two monsters were hiding in here. And then on the back wall there, then it's like this whole corridor. I don't know. I just quite like that. It's quite seamless. So we'll come back in here. And now that we've got our third key, I'm going to quickly nip to the save crystal. There we go. And I guess we'll place it in. Now, one thing you guys might have noticed about this chamber is it's kind of like, all right, we've got two doors that we have that we want to get through, like ideally, right? We've got that one over there, and then we've got this one with the power gem over here. But where's like the way forward? And the truth is, there is no way forward. Oh my god, I just poisoned. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow, that was so epic, wasn't it, guys? You know what? We're going to roll with this anyway. Okay, we're going to put the third and final key in. And overall Wormbound will reveal himself to us. We're going to devastate him straight away. And then we're going to wait out our long-ass cooldown. Now, he summons a lot of minions to help him. I actually had a couple of people die before. But there you go. We managed to kill him as quickly as possible. Now, what you might like to do is hold yourself off somewhere like this place, for example. There's two choices you've got. Number one, try and maintain your ability to dance and potentially avoid a lot of damage, but also potentially get attacked by, you know, a lot of enemies, get flanked, or you can just hide yourself in a corner, cast protective spells and stuff, and then hopefully you'll be okay. Why is he fizzling constantly? Oh no, because he's got a head injury. That's terrible. Is that our first head injury on our spellcaster the entire game? I think it is, isn't it? There you go, Sanon. Hopefully your head feels better. That's a cool little thing for head injuries. Alright, so that's fine. We've barely been attacked. Where's the rest of the stuff? What the heck? Did he not summon? Did he not summon them? This room should be full of ghouls, guys. Oh my god, we killed him that quickly. See, he actually recoils as well. I don't know if you noticed. So if you can keep quick attacks up, it's like one of those rare things. You'll notice that where we just were with the save crystal is actually locked now. I had a really confusing moment where I was like, oh wait, isn't this the door forward? Shouldn't this have opened now that we put the 3 keys in? There is no door. Also, he drops 2 swords just like the previous guy did, but they're just long swords. A lot of you guys were asking me, hey, was that good loot? No, they're just long swords, so you don't have to worry. But yeah, so basically a couple of things happened here. Not only did the 2 doors open, which we wanted to get to, but also this side area opened, releasing one of those eyes and revealing a switch, which allowed us to get back out, right? Grimrock always does that. Every single time in the game, there is always a chance for escape when it tries to lock you in somewhere. It's just very difficult to get to if you're struggling that much. Oh my god, we just threw a power gem. But check it out, look, another power gem. That is 3 or 4 for our final essence, the 4th essence. How cool is that? And then over here, we've got a chest that will require a lockpick. No mimics. For quite a while we haven't had any mimics, so that's cool. We get a potion of willpower, which I guess we'll put on Sanon. I've heard some people saying that actually, like, he doesn't need more willpower now because that only affects the amount of energy you gain on level up, and he's already so high. I don't know, maybe Jonker should use that. Let's put that on Jonker. God, I think I'm favouring Jonker just a little bit too much. And here we get a Brace of Fortitude. This is for health regeneration. And this, I really like the idea of using on Loto Patho, who currently does get a little bit of critical chance, but weakened to shock and stuff. If we instead equip this on him, because he's evasive and has a lower health... Oh no, he doesn't even have a lower health pool, does he? Damn, no, we should put it on Jonker then. But what's Jonker got? Oh, the cooldown thing. I don't know. Alright, we'll figure that out probably off screen, guys. No, I like the crits on Tikrit. And Sanon? Oh, we can put it on instead of Sanon. Sanon's still wearing the friggin' Serpent Bracer. Okay, that's fine. Wow, all the gear decisions that I made before, I've totally gone back on here. Alright, there we go. So that's cool. And that's the loot we get. So now you might be wondering, what are we supposed to do? That's it, guys. We're done. We're done with everything here. It really was that simple. That is why you come to the cemetery. This entire dungeon complex, it's just for the power gems. I've looked ahead. I know what the game does with the power gems and stuff. I'm not going to spoil it, obviously, for those who don't know. But I feel like I'm like missing one, and I'm a little concerned. But yeah, so we currently have 3, and we have the Essence of Water. What say we now head back to Castle Nex and put the Essence of Water on one of those pedestals. And now that we've come out of that place as like freaking badasses with all these ways of killing the elementals, maybe we can rip some faces off. So there we go, we're back near the castle already. I'll show you guys a little bit of the organisation I've done. Cannonballs are on the floor here. All of the notes we've had in the game so far are on here. All the treasures and trinkets and like jewellery type things are here. You can see the ice figurine statue just sort of standing there. Some torches. If I've ever had extra torches, I've got them on the floor there. Over here is my weapons section. There's tons of weapons on that alcove. You can barely see them. And down here are like shields and other things. I was organising more like the machete should go up there and stuff. But that's a big pile of weapons. Here we've got a pile of weird armors, I guess, or set armors, I suppose. And in this box, we've got a bunch of heavy armor. Oh no, this box is empty. This box, we've got a bunch of heavy armor, including the crystal stuff, which I was lugging around before. And we will reclaim once, you know, we've got a little bit more, or we've got a Loto Patho ready to wear that stuff. Here we can drop those down as well, I guess, now. Here we go, so we'll equip these. That's a lot of weight Jonker's carrying holding this box, and you can actually move around. That's pretty cool. Over here we've got missiles, firearm stuff, cannonballs I guess should be over here. You'll see how cluttered this is. And then all the scrolls and spells, which we didn't really need anymore. But there you go, that's pretty much how that's all been organised. Let's move on. Over here, we got this curious door. Also, don't forget these curious switches as well, which so far we have only experienced here. Again, blue crystals. The blue crystals in the temples of Nyx, maybe? Alright, and now let's move on out. Oh my god, look at it, guys! Oh, it does feel good, doesn't it? Can you hit him, Jonker? Nice. One shot. This is fantastic. Oh, it feels like it's been a long time since I've been out here. Oh my goodness. Look at the sun, and there's going to be loads of sun in the upcoming episodes. It's unreal. Alright, here we go. Just move back along. No air elementals that seems to attack us just yet. Here we see a guy again looking at us. Who are you? What are you doing? We've come so far. Please let us in the castle. Okay, and so now, do you guys remember that our first glimpse at the castle? It was crazy. It feels like a long time ago now. And so now, Loto Pafo can drop the essence of water. Oh, wrong one, wrong one. In here. There you go. And now it's glowing. Oh, 3 out of 4, guys. Feels good. You are going to be the last one, Mr. Buddha Man. And so for that, let's look at the map, I guess. Old time style. Do you know what I've wanted to do for a long time as well? I've wanted to just come across this wall like this, just to map this out fully, because it's been really irritating me. It's one of the most main places in the game, and we've just not done this. Okay, there we go. Right, it's such a lovely looking garden. So yeah, let's have a look at the map. We have been to the bog, mysterious door at the bottom of the bog. That's still left as a question. Everything on Shipwreck Beach is done. Twigroot Forest, everything's done except this thing. This is another way out, supposedly. We did all of Sleet Island, including the flooded dungeon under there. We did all of the cemetery, including the dungeon under there. We did all of Twigroot Forest, including the dungeon under there. There wasn't really much of a dungeon under this area, the river tunnels. This was just where we had the hub and stuff. And the cache, of course. We did all of the ruins of Desirune. We did all of the pyramid, all of the desert. All that's left, guys, is the hamlet of Stormbreach. So let's have a bit of a wander over. There's really not been any air elementals. I've heard as well, because of the order that we played things in here, there are certain enemies that would spawn in certain places that now will not, which is going to be curious. We also have a boss fight to do upcoming, which I think we're pretty over-leveled for. So that should be very fun. It's a boss fight I heard a lot of people talking about a long time ago and how they struggled, and I'm really curious what my team is going to be like now that it goes in there with all this pretty awesome gear. But yeah, so, and again, it's weird the way that they've designed the game, because you can get around so quick, right? Like, we're not even really using many teleporters here. But here we've got the entrance to Desirune, and to get to the hamlet, all we have to do is take the Wind Gate underground, and then we've got the archives, which we already did, and then we've got the sewers over here. Go down this staircase. And definitely we are going to do the hamlet first instead of the sewers, because, I mean, Jesus. More underground stuff. This tile set isn't even different in the sewers. It would have been really cool if they'd made like a sewer tile set. And there we go. We're back out in the hamlet, guys. Oh, it's been a while. So fun times in the beach. Some new enemies. Some new interesting stuff coming up. And the location of the final shrine. I'll see you guys next time.